Okay, right, here we are. In this session I'm trying out a few new things. So I'm going to use, for the whole album, a combination of two guitars, probably just this guitar, Les Paul, and a Taylor acoustic. That's all I'm going to use. I'm not going to use any other guitars unless I have to. There's a Sustainer guitar I've got, which I might do a bit of a demo on later on. Which I might use. I've used it on other albums of Clive. So, and again, Clive sends me these tracks, and basically they're backing tracks. I normally have. We decided a long time ago that we'd use wait till Scott's done his drums before we start doing guitars, because I think when we did She, I think I did a lot of guitars with a drum machine. And then when Scott put the drums down, he completely changed the feel of the songs. So we had to redo a lot of those guitars again. Not all of them, just a few of them. But there was some timing changes when the real drums came in. So and also just the feel changes when you get a real drummer on there. So the backing tracks Clive sent me are. Let me just get rid of that. Backing tracks Clive sent me are as follows. So the track we're going to do is called Overture. It's the first track I think on the album. And this is what I've got so far. So the first thing I get is a click track, Our Friend. We all love the click track. And then on top of that I'll get Scott doing the drums. Nice, massive sounding drum kit there. I think I've compressed it a bit, so it's probably bringing out the reverb on the kit a little bit more than normal. If I mute this compressor. No, blimey, that is the sound of the drums. Wow, okay. So we'll keep those things going then. Okay, so then on top of that I'll then get a bass. This is a synthesised bass, it's not a real bass. Kylan tends to, I think he puts the bass down last. It's one of the last things that go down on the album. Bit of a McCartney thing going on there, I think. But so we've got the drums and the bass. And then on top of that I get a bit of an instrumental, and I think percussion is also on there. So that's it really. So this is just an instrumental, so it's only 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 tracks. Other tracks obviously we're going to have guide vocals on and possibly some chorus as well, so it gives you more of a feel for the song, but this one's obviously got none of that. So, so the first thing we do is we call up this console for the desk. So this is the amp simulator I'm going to use. It's an Engel amp simulator. These things sound stunning. Also, I picked this one because it's very close to my actual guitar amp that I use. So it just kind of gives me a bit more of a sort of familiar sound that I kind of like. So anyway, this is what we've got. So this is the driven sound we're going to be using. I love this amp. Yeah, so it's a nice amp, and it responds just like the real thing. You kind of roll back your volume pop. So it's nice. So we're going to be using this. I'll be using this simulator for the whole album again, so we get the same tones going through. I think last time I used lots of different amplifiers and I don't know, it just loses something, so I'm going to use the same one. For acoustic guitar I'm going to be using a Taylor acoustic, and I'm going to mic it up with this, which is a AKG 214. I tend to double track the acoustics to the left and the right. Sometimes they'll be slightly different depending on what the track is. But like I said, for the guitars, other than maybe a wah-wah or something, it's all going straight from the guitar, straight into this interface, straight into the computer. So let's start putting a bit of guitar down. I'm not going to do a lot on the recording of the guitar because it gets a bit monotonous just sitting watching someone play guitar for a long period of time, making mistakes as well. So this is the opening track. Just clean it up a little bit. There's a reverb going through the console, which is for me, but the only guitar that gets recorded down is literally the dry sound of the guitar. Any effects that go on there, Carl will put on afterwards, like delays for solos. Sometimes I might put a delay on if it's part of the guitar sound. Other things I tend to put down if I want things like chorus or any kind of modulation effects. A wah-wah, if I want to do something with a wah, I'll obviously do that. But on the whole, the guitars are done dry, and Carl does a lot of the skullduggery stuff in the studio. Personally, I think he plays some of the guitars again as well, so I think they're a bit ropey sometimes, but that's between me and you and everybody else now. Right, so let's get what we got then. So this bit is this. I've got an idea what I want to put down already, so I'm going to do something quite chuggy down the bottom end, that sort of thing. It's probably something along the lines of yeah, something like that. Well, it's going to be that actually. I've already kind of worked out what I'm going to play. So let's see if we can get it down. Here we go. 6, 7, 8. Okay, so we're back. I've done the 2 parts now that I'm going to do. I'll play these back to you now. Let's just turn that off a bit. Okay, so this is what I've got now. So I've got the intro, obviously been cleaned up a little bit. Big chords. So what I've done here is I've done the intro riff, which was this bit here. I've done that. I've also added an EQ to it, which is why it's sounding a bit cleaner now. I've put a little Neve 1073 on there, which kind of cleans it up quite a lot. Again, when I send these to Carl, there's no EQs for him. He'll do his own EQing, but sometimes when you're playing all these guitar parts, it's good to kind of hear them a bit crisper, so you can kind of hear what you was doing. So and I've done that on these 2 guitars as well. I've got 2, again, same sort of effects. So what I've got is I've got the first guitar doing the riff that we had at the start, which is this and then I've got 2 guitars which are panned out stereo, around about 80% each way, and they're just doing this. So you've got the, and they're beefy as hell, those 2. Without the EQ on, they're a little bit more like that. So we've got those 2 guitars now as well. So get that back on. So the next thing to do is there's a 3rd part. I've got about 3 or 4. This particular piece of music I've got 3 or 4 parts on. I've obviously got the that's that bit as well. So the next bit I had worked out was just an octave thing, which was just this and then so that'll be the next thing I record, which is this bit in the middle here. So it's pretty much it's mimicking what keyboards are doing. So let's get for that bit in there. So here we go. Help if I can hear what I was playing. Let's get rid of that and try that again, shall we? Let's get this monitor thing up. Console. That's better. Okay, right. So let's try that again. So it's just okay. We'll double track that, so this will go down to a new track and then we shall double track it. So again, clean this one up, get rid of all the crap beforehand. So same sort of thing. We'll double track that one as well, and again through the magic of movie, you won't have to sort of watch me have to play that twice over. So okay, welcome back. Here we are again then. So I've done these guitars now, which it's a stereo dirty guitar. It's the same thing against the Engel. The guitar part I've just done is this. Okay, I decided to put a couple of little leady bits in. So the first one I'm going to put in is this bit here, which is just going to be which kind of works really well with that first bit. Let's get this thing pumping a bit. Okay, it's not right, is it? Like that, okay. Do. Alright, so for this this last little bit, again it's just going to be a tune motif thing, but it might even get on the album. That's the right idea. Let's see how that sounded. Yeah, I'm not mad on it. Not mad on it. I think it's the right idea. Let's just try it one more time. Yeah, I might be able to clean that up at the end. There's a couple of clunks on the end there, but we should be able to clean those up. Right then, here we are. So all the guitars are now done on this. There are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 guitar tracks just for this thing. Basically, it's been broken up into sections. The first section was the bit we heard before. Then we got the 2 big chords. Then we got another with a little bit of a leady bit which I've thrown in, and then a couple of big chords again. So I'll send this down as separate tracks. So here we go. So this is what we've got, and this is from start to finish. Here we go. We'll turn the click off as well, because I can't stand the click. We got it. Right, here it is. Eventually. And that's it. There's a little bit on the end I've got to do, but other than that, that's the track done really. This is probably one of the easier tracks. I think some of them are a bit more complicated than this one. In fact, I know they are. But yeah, that's kind of it. That's how it's done. So that's pretty much it really. That's all it is. So I've put down 6 guitars, doing 1, 2, 3, 4 different things. Breaking it up like that makes it a little bit easier for Clive to edit up, you know, because he might not want to use all those guitars. I mean, that's the thing. I send all this stuff over, and he'll hack some of this up and actually reject a bit of it. He'll even probably make me redo some of it because it's probably not right, or you know, sometimes there's some dodgy chords and things like that in there. But on the whole, that's how I'm doing it, and that's how I'm going to do the whole of the album. So hopefully, in a couple of months' time. It'll all be done and it'll be mixed, and then I'll be looking forward, as everybody else is, to hearing the finished product, because we don't ever hear the finished product, but I'll probably hear it at the same time you guys do. So hope it all turns out okay. Thanks for watching. Bye.